new domestic broadcasting deal that came into play in 2016-17, combined with wage restraint due to the Premier League's short-term cost control rules, has boosted club income and profitability. As a result, the total value of Premier League clubs has risen over 30% to £15.8 billion. The clubs have been valued using the MARKHAM multivariate model, devised by Dr. Tom Markham, a graduate of the University of Liverpool's Football Industries MBA programme and now Head of Strategic Business Development at Sports Interactive, the producers of Football Manager. The average value of a club in the Premier League is now £791 million, up from £607 million in the previous season. This helps explain why there are so many investors, speculators and charlatans keen to get involved in the division. This is the formula that is used to calculate club values. The formula assumes that the club will continue to be in the Premier League for at least 5 years. If the club was relegated, then values in the Championship are probably only 15 to 20% of the Premier League's figures, so for Swansea, Stoke, West Brom and the teams relegated last season, the figures in this list will no longer be accurate. Bear in mind also, value is based on the most recent set of club accounts which were filed regarding the 2016-17 season, not the one that's just finished. At number 10, it's West Brom. If something looks too good to be true, it probably is. And the Baggies' valuation is a classic example of this. The club had underinvested in players for a few years up to 2017 and survived until then. Whilst good for profits, it was a high risk for relegation if any new recruits failed to deliver, as the club found out in 2018. Number 9 is Everton. Farhad Moshiri wiping off the club's debt, a reversal from being lost to profit making, better wage control and the sale of John Stones were the major drivers of Everton's quadrupling of value this year. Number 8 is Southampton. For a club that was sold for £260 million a little over a year ago, this looks impressive. Gains on player sales of £112 million in 3 years is a driving force, and the sale of Virgil van Dijk in 2018 is likely to keep this figure high this season. Number 7 is Leicester. Leicester's value nearly trebled due to participation in the Champions League and earning more from the competition than winners Real Madrid due to the formula used to award prize money. Expect to see a big fall in 2018 though. In at number 6, it's Liverpool. It might upset Reds fans to see their club 6th, but remember, the owners only paid £300 million for the club a few years ago. The value has increased by over £500 million in 2017 and expect to see another big jump in 2018 due to the Coutinho sale and Champions League success. Number 5 is Spurs. Champions League income and tight control over wages, which are £80 to £140 million less than the other big 6 clubs, means Spurs' value is higher than you'd expect from a club that hasn't won the league for nearly 60 years. In at 4th, it's Arsenal. Arsenal's ability to extract money from fans is very impressive. Their matchday income is second only to Manchester United. That they have lower wages than Liverpool, the Manchester clubs and Chelsea also helps. Also contributing was a rise in profits from £2 million to £35 million, but a lack of Champions League exposure in 2018 will restrict value growth. And number 3 is Manchester City. Now this is a bit of a slide for City, as the investment in new players and wages under Pep means that profits fell from £20 million to £1 million, despite income being up 20%. Wage control percentage also rose from 50 to 56%. Profitability is an irrelevance to the owners, but an increase is on the cards for 2018. At number 2, it's Chelsea. Chelsea's ability to continually sell players at a profit, bonuses for winning the Premier League, and a new kit deal has pushed them into second position. Their biggest constraint is matchday income, being only £65 million compared to over £100 million for United and Arsenal. And in first place, it's Manchester United. United have consolidated their position at the top of the table as a result of higher broadcast income and making profits of £11 million compared to losses of £10 million on player sales. Not selling players at a loss helped too, along with winning 2 trophies.